What's going on, everybody? Only Mike here, and we are back with another episode of our quest tutorial. And this is our survival series. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to be working on chopping the tree with our stone axe. So now that we can craft, we got the basics out of the way. Now we can start getting into, a little bit more resource gathering. So what we need to do first, there's a couple things that I want to change. So if you go into your craft stone axe function, we are going to go down. We're going to erase the set variable, both of these, because we don't want to set it if we are carrying it. So we're going to erase that. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. And then we're going to scroll down here. This is the only time that we want to set it. So we'll get into like deleting um, our stone axes from our inventory. But first we need to change this times, and we're just gonna add a plus for now. Okay, timesing it, I was messing around a little bit with it, and timesing it is too much. Until we get further into our crafting skill, which is going to be an overall skill, and it's not going to go up each time. We're going to be able to add points. Um, Basically, if you've ever played 7 Days to Die, it's going to be basically a knockoff of that, but in the quest engine. So, yeah, that's the way that's going to be. But this is temporary. This is just for now, and then we'll come back when we get more of our other variables set up for our player stats and whatnot. So let's go into, now that we got that out of the way, now we need to go into our resource data, object type. So if yours isn't open, it's going to be under the advanced. So open the advanced. You'll see object types. Click the plus, find resource data. And then we're going to open that. And we need to add a few more variables in here. Okay, so we need to add harvest. And actually, I think that was, no, we need one more, quality. Quality. Not going to be doing nothing with quality just yet, but we are going to be messing with harvest. So, now that we have that, we need to, I want to check our resource value, no, not a resource, craft rope. And where's that? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure we're increasing our craft skill. And then we also need to go to player stats. We got craft skill. We need to add harvest skill. So that's under our object type, player stats. You want to add harvest skill. Make that an integer. Okay. And we're going to make that 1 right off the bat, as same as the craft skill. We want to make both of those 1, because in the beginning we won't have a whole lot of anything. I mean, the craft skill, we could honestly leave it at 0, because the first things that we're going to be crafting is rope. So it's going to go up as we craft the rope. So we can just leave that there, but we're going to leave our harvest skill at 1. Okay, so now I believe that's all out of the way. I really hope so. I hate to mess up a third video in the row. Alright, I think, oh, nope, we need to go into, now we need to go to object type, resource data, no, we did that. But we do need another function, and I'm going to call this, what are we going to call it? Health script. Okay, there we go. Health script. Alright, and this is going to be a script. Make that a script, and we're going to add a new script, and we're going to scroll down and find set variable or attribute, and we're going to make this expression a random number, and we're going to take this number and we're going to say 200. Oh, I hate this. Oops. I don't know why it's so hard for this thing to just stay lit up. It really aggravates the bejesus out of me. Alright, 200 to let's just say 1,000 for now. I think that's high enough. Alright, there. And we're gonna set variable this dot health. Okay? So there we go. We got our health script set up. And we're gonna save. Then we're gonna go into our tree. Oh, no, not our tree, our random resource spawner. Okay, and now we need to go find where we spawn our tree, which is right here, and we're going to add a new script under it, and we need to scroll down to scripts and run an object script attribute, and we are going to run tree. Where are you at? Tree, and the name is health script. And we're going to highlight it and move it up so it's above the clone, so it's going to, you know, pull a different value for each tree that it clones up. So every tree that we have, it will have a different value, a health value. Okay. Now, let me just go over mine really quick and make sure doing that right. Yes, okay, good. Alright, now I think we can get into the chopping of the tree. So, now we need to go into our tree, and we are going to go, we need to set up our health is getting set. All that stuff is getting set, right? Let's see. Yeah, all that stuff gets set automatically. Okay, so we need to go to the verb tab, and we need to make a new verb, and we're going to add a new verb. There we go. And we're going to call this chop, and we're going to run a script, not print a message. Alright, the script that we want to run, we're going to say if player is carrying object stone axe, then we are going to, and what I might end up doing, I might end up doing this like the RPG series I'm doing also, and make this a wearable, so you know you can equip each tool individually. I might end up doing that. I might just leave it like this. I kind of like it like this, you know, that way, hey, if you got the object, you can do this. You know, you don't have to have it equipped. But I don't know. I might do that because if we equip it, then we can use the equipped weapon or the equipped items. What am I trying to say here? That equipped items health or damage and quality and all that stuff. So instead of making a stone axe like in the future, we'll be making like a real fire axe. We're going to want it to do more damage. We're going to want to gather more resources and stuff, but we don't want to ask a whole bunch of ifs. So the easiest way to do that is going to be pulling from, you know, we're going to get the worn objects, you know, whatever. Anyways, let's just continue on with this right here. We'll come to that at a later date. So now we need to add another script. We're going to say then. We need to go find variables and set variable attribute. And we're going to say this dot health and tab over this dot health. We're subtracting the health now. And what are we subtracting it from? You guessed it, the stone axe dot damage. Now I think I have to actually go set that up, the damage and everything else for the stone axe. So while we're thinking about it, let's go do that really quick. Let's go to our stone axe and our tool, our health, and let me see. There we go. Alright, so health, we need to set that at 8. And damage, we're going to set that at 2. So it won't be doing a whole lot of damage to start off with, but with our crafting skill, it'll go up really quick. So like one thing I wanted to get around, this is why we're going to end up changing these skills, is because basing it off of this, when we craft the stone axe, it's going to use our crafting skill, right? So it would be like a cheap way to craft 20 ropes, and that adds 20 to your craft skill, and then that's going to add that much to your damage and your health pool. So it's going to be a really easy way to beef that up really fast, and I don't like that, and that's why we're going to end up changing that. But for now this works, and it works pretty decent. So let's go to tree. Let's go back to our tree. We need to go back into our verbs and chop. Verbs and chop. There we go. Then we're going to, when we subtract the health, we need to add a new script. Scroll down. Let's find variables, and we need to decrease object counter stone axe health. And I play a little sound on mine, but you don't have to. And then we need to set another variable. So scroll down, set variables. And variable that we're setting, we're going to call this t. We're going to change this expression to a random number. And number is going to be 1. And this is going to be an expression. And to say player dot harvest skill. And then we're going to add another script, and we're going to scroll down to our scripts and call a for loop, and we're going to make that I, and we're going to turn this into a number 1, to an expression player dot harvest skill, and steps of expression t at variable that we set up here. Okay, so basically it's going to take a random number. Actually, I think, yeah. Alright, so this is going to take a random number and between our harvest skill, and then it's going to go as high as up to our harvest skill. Okay, but it's going to pull the number that it actually gave us. So this is going from a number between 1 and to our harvest skill. So if our harvest skill is like 20, right? Well, let's say this only pulled 5. Well, we don't want to do the whole 20. We just want to do the 5. So it's going to do it in steps of t. So then we're going to scroll down on my other one here. Alright, now we need to run a script. So we need to ask if player is carrying objects Oh, we didn't even make those. Well, I'll be darn it. Alright, I'm sorry. Alright, we need to make another object really quick. So let's go into our resources. Let's add an object. Object we're going to call trunks. You know what? Just cancel that. Let's copy the plant fiber. Copy, paste it. We're going to go down to plant fiber 1. We're going to rename this to trunks. Let's call it tree trunk. Tree trunk there. Okay. And then we're going to go into inventory and we're going to change all this to tree trunk. And tree trunk. Tree trunk. I'm hoping this does not change my original plant fiber because this is what it used to do when you straight copied the item like this. And just keep changing all these. There we go. Now we got our tree trunk set up. Save. And let's go to our plant fiber, make sure everything's still plant fiber. Nothing changed to tree trunk. Okay, sweet. Maybe they fixed that. That would be awesome. Alright, so we got tree trunk now. And yeah, let's make one more. Let's make one more object. So paste. And gonna come in here and name this leaves. We're gonna need these items. We need the leaves because we're gonna be able to start a crappy fire. Not a crappy fire. We'll be able to start a fire, but it's gonna be a lot harder with leaves than if we're able to get the flint and the iron. Because if we can get the flint and the iron, then we can use that to make flint and steel, and it'll make a spark a lot easier than trying to use sticks and leaves. And what am I on? I'm on leaves. Have I been doing that right? Yes. Leaves, leaves, leaves. Leaves. And we change all that to leaves. Okay, there we go. And we're going to save that. Okay, now we need to go back to our tree. Now that we finally have that. Sorry about that. We need to get that out of the way though. Back in our tree. Okay, for our loops, if player is carrying object trunks now. Tree trunk. Then we need to increase object counter. So go down to our variables, increase object counter. I'm going to say tree trunk, volume. Okay, and then we're going to add an else. We're going to go to inventory, add inventory, tree trunk. Where'd you go, tree trunk? There you are. And we're going to copy this increase object counter, and we're going to paste it under here. Alright, so then what we need to do is come down below, going right here. Yep. Alright, so we need to add another script on to this one. Okay, so under your for loop, go underneath, and then we need to go and get an if. We need to get an if statement, and it needs to be a random chance. So change the expression to a random chance. I'm sorry, I'm a little off right now. We're going to change this to 60%. There we go. Found out the other day my dog has cancer, and yeah, it's been a little hard. Went out and got him a burger and some good wet food and some treats and stuff today. It's been a little hard. He, put a little pep back in his step though. That was awesome. Then with the random chance, we need to say then if player is carrying, object leaves. We are going to set a variable. Set a variable. There we go. I'm going to call this L for leaves, and it's going to be a random number, and it's going to be 1 between expression player dot harvest skill. I didn't capitalize the H. There we go. Alright, set variable, and then we're just going to copy this, paste it, because I don't feel like doing it again, and we're going to change this though to an expression, and variable is going to be leaves dot volume. It's going to be leaves dot volume plus L. There we go. Okay, then we need to go to add else, and we're going to copy these, paste them, and we need to add a new script, and we need to say inventory leaves. Okay, because it's going to say else if player is not carrying leaves, what do we do? So let's move that up. And also here we forgot to set another variable, so let's cancel. Let's just copy this one really quick. We'll just erase stuff. And we're going to call this one, oh no, we don't want to use this. Never mind. Sorry. Alright, delete that. Let's add a new script. Scroll down to variables and increase object counter. It's going to be player harvest skill. Because we want to add that number after all that happens, okay? Because we harvest and then our skill will go up. I'm going to paste that down here. Copy the increase object counter harvest skill, and then we want to paste it down here. So that way our harvest skill goes up with those. And we need our harvest skill also to go up on both of these, on our trunks. Okay, so each time we get trunks, our harvest skill is going to go up as well. And let's see. Now we need to scroll down. And where are we adding this at? We need to come all the way down, and we need to add another add new script right under the if chance. We need to come under that one. Or no, I'm sorry, that ain't if chance. We need to come under the main one. So there we go. And we're going to ask if object counter. So object counter is going to be an expression, and it's going to say this. And get out of there. It's going to say health is equal or less than 0, and then we're going to remove objects. So add a new script find objects, remove object, and we're going to, not an object, it's going to be an expression. We're going to call this, because we're working with clones. So, and okay, now we need to add one more in the bottom of this one. So add a new script, and we need to ask another if object counter, StoneAxe this time, counter health is equal or less than 0. Then we need to call a function, so add a new script, go to scripts, call function, check resource value. Okay, there we go. That should be about it. Let's go set up something for our tree so we can see our health. So let's go to run script. Let's add message. We're going to turn that message into an expression. Tree has, go on the outside of the quotes, plus plus, in the middle of the pluses, and we're going to say this dot health. Go on the outside of the pluses, quote, quote, in the middle, space, health, left. Okay, so this is just kind of debugging so we can see what the tree value, health value is. So that way after we hit it a few times or whatever, we'll be able to see its value and watch it go down. Now we need to set up in our resource value check is, okay, where am I at here? There I am. Okay. So yes, we need to go into our check resource value because we didn't set up nothing for our StoneAxe in here, but now we need to. So we're going to say if object counter, if object counter, counter is StoneAxe, health for the counter name is equal or less than 0, then we are going to set a variable. Sorry, we're going to set a variable and I need to do one more. Let's add another script. We'll get to that other one in just a second. We need a decrease object counter. We're going to put that up at the top and we're going to say StoneAxe volume. And we're going to set variable. We're going to say StoneAxe dot health tab StoneAxe dot health equals, not equals, sorry, plus StoneAxe dot max health plus, I'm not sure if this is going to work all together like this. If not, then we'll end up switching that around. Plus player dot craft skill. Okay, so now we need to say add else, and then we're going to copy these two, paste them down here, and I'm going to add a new script, and it's going to say move object StoneAxe to stash room. Oh, I forgot one. Yeah, I forgot something. Okay. Okay, I see. We need to add a new script right here, and we need to ask another if. And we're going to say stone axe dot volume is greater than 1. Okay. Then we need to copy these. Let's cut them. We're going to paste it in here. And then on the else, under the expression, we're going to copy these, cut them out, remove that, and paste them there. Alright, sorry about that. So, take a second, look this over, so that way you have it in order, since I messed up and I didn't do it the right way. We want to check to see if our volume is greater than 1. If it's not greater than 1, that's when we're going to add the stone axe to the stash room. So, and we're not going to set this variable here actually. Yeah, we're not going to set it to the player craft skill. Okay. So there we go. Now it'll just add back 8. So let's go back into our stone axe. Let's go to attributes, and we don't have a max health, huh? Alright, resource data. We do have a max health. Oh, I'm under tools. We need to go to tools. Tool data, we got health, damage, max health. Add another attribute. Call it max health. Make it an integer. Go to stone axe. Now we can see we got max health, and we're going to make that 8. Okay, there we go. Now that we have that, I believe all should be well, and we should be able to go in and test this. So let's play. Let's see, we see everything. Let's go up to our tree. Let's look at our tree. That one has 788. Let's look at that one. That one has 746. Let's move. We only got a boulder in that one. So we only got 2 sticks. We have no stones or anything, so we don't have enough to even make the stone axe. So, hey. Oh, we got enough here, though. Take that, a stick, stone. Actually, no, we don't. Wait, I can make 1 piece of rope. Yep. Let's craft a piece of rope. 1. Crafted some rope. I'm going to go craft again. Tools. Let's choose stone axe. Alright, so let's go ahead and chop. Stack. I have 2 plant fiber. Oh, it's telling me my plant fiber value because I copied the whole thing. Yeah, that's right. Whoops. So let's chop this tree again. A couple more times. Let's look at the tree now. 754. Chop it, chop it, chop it. Look at it. 742. So as you see, we keep doing that. Now we got leaves, and yeah, they're both. Alright, so I'm going to go change that. Let's go change that. Let's go to leaves first. Let's go to setup, or inventory, I'm sorry, verbs. And we need to highlight the plant fiber and say leaves dot volume leaves left. Okay, then we need to go to our tree trunk and do the same thing under our stack. So we're going to say tree trunk tree trunks. Put my spaces in there for those though. Okay, there we go. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back in And oh wow, now we got all kinds of goodies. Take. Let's take a stick, a stone. How many plant fibers do we have? 6. You know what? Let's take some more. How many do we have? 11. So I can make 5 rope. So I'll show you what happens when we try to craft too much rope. So we could craft 5, right? So I'm going to try to make 6. You see how that last one, it says you need more plant fibers to craft some rope, but I was able to craft the other 5. So if we go to rope, we look at it. Do we have the stack? Yep, you have 5 rope left. There it is. Alright, so we have 5 rope. Now we need to craft a stone axe. Now we crafted that. Now we can look at this tree. This tree has 820 health. So chop it a couple times. We'll chop it 4 times and then look at it. So now it has 788. Chop it a few more times and then look at it. 756. And then let's see how many tree trunks we got. We got 70 tree trunks. Holy criminy. 66 tree trunks. Okay. Yeah, that's going up a little way too fast. Let's go in here and change our harvest skill right quick. Let's go into our tree. Let's go into chop. And we're going to delete it from when we get it tree trunks. Just for now. We're only going to have the harvest skill when we get leaves. So at a 60% chance, we'll get an increase to our harvest skill. And yeah, that should be a little bit better. Let's try this out again. Take. How many plant fibers? Okay. Craft. Let's make rope. Let's just make 1. Craft again. Tools. Stone axe. Now we can go to tree. Look at it. Chop. Let's go ahead and chop it a few times and see how many trunks we have. 6. Okay, good. 7. Alright, that's looking a lot better. Let's go ahead and chop a few more times. Now let's look how many trunks we have. 31. See, that's still a little too fast for me. Yeah, and then we got that many leaves. Let's look at the tree. 417. Yeah, so we got like a lot of chops left we could go through, but we just killed our stone axe too. So let's take another stick, a stone. Let's craft 2, 1. Oh, we need rope. 2, 1. There we go. Craft again. Stone axe. Oh, I didn't put the health value on that one. Okay, so 413. Chop. Now look. Yeah, we're doing quite a bit of damage. So let's look how many we got now. 45. 40. Not horrible. Let's look at it. 333. We got 44 leaves. We got 57 trunks. And we killed that stone axe. Okay, so I mean, that's not bad. We go through 2 stone axes and we got 2 tree trunks and we got 54 leaves. That's quite a bit. You know, that'll be quite a lot to start crafting with and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I was kind of a little lost here and there in these last few videos, but I hope you're enjoying them and I hope they've been informative. So until next time, later.